Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the College Football Playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Baylor Bears, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the Arizona Wildcats. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the single back takes the handoff. And the freshman brings him down quickly. Sets up as a 3rd and 3 here on this opening possession. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. On 3rd down, it's a handoff. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, I know it's here early in this game, but boy, this is what you want to see as an offense. You get to these 3rd downs, it's all about trying to create opportunities and momentum, and that's what they've done here, converting to get a new set of downs.
Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Ball handed off. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
They're going to run it here. Able to fight for a decent gain here on that running play.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Second down play coming up. And now the handoff. Runs right over the defender. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
They'll try to run for the 1st down. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
On 1st down, it's play action. He's running out of time here. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. After second effort, he's brought down, but it's past the marker. Well, the defense knows, Dirk, might take more than one tackler to bring this tight end down.
Well, anytime as a defense, you always want to rally to the football. But against this guy, you especially want to do that because you saw he breaks through that first arm tackle. I thought he might be able to pick up even more yards, but good job of getting extra hats to the ball.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Look at this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nice grab. It's Mancuso. Brought down at the 28, and it's good enough for a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49. See what the call is on 1st and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Pass rush closing in. Cannot escape, and down he goes.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Now it's second down here. From the shotgun, drops back. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense. So the head coach will accept the penalty, and the offense will move back a little bit. The Bears line up on 1st and 10 now. The quarterback's got it on the option. Pitch play to the back. He's going to lose yardage here. The defense pursues and forces him out of bounds. That stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. Receivers are bunched together. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Looks to the left, pass caught. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
Boy, a nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense near midfield.
How about this, Chris? The safety reads the quarterback's eyes perfectly and saw the throw before it even happened. If you're the quarterback, that's why it's so important to look those safeties off so they can't break on your throws.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. And the wideout goes in motion. They'll hand it off. Fighting him off. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Ooh, the risk of throwing on third and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on fourth down, but what will be the play call?
So no long field goal attempt. The offense is on the field to go for it on fourth down. And he'll set up to throw. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down. The drive stays alive with that first down completion. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Receiver makes the grab. Got space, looking to score. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so a touchback will start at the 25. So here comes the Baylor offense out of the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
Second down, we're going to throw it. And here comes a deep shot. He grabs it inside the 20. Who could not stop him? He's in. Touchdown, Bears.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
Point after, up and good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop?
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Makes the catch inside the 10-yard line. And they finally tackle him down at the one. Big gain in the pitch and catch.
Boy, it's got to be so rewarding for an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call. That's exactly what we saw right here. That play targeted the coverages.
And he powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense is showing up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
PHC is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Returner looking to create better field position. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. He'll pitch it. Gets some space around the 30. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Baylor. It was a foot race, and he won it. That was a foot race. The defense had no chance, Kirk. Serious breakaway speed for that back.
Well, to be able to burst a run like that spans more than half of the field gives this offense so much confidence. And it sends a message to this defense that they're going to have to square up and beat you at the line of scrimmage or they're going to see this happen again.
The extra point is good. Down by a touchdown, 21-14. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn in the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Well, this receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
One play moves the ball to the 44. It'll be first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a first down. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. Offense facing third and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough fourth down decision? And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. To get him at the 42, good enough for a first down.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Finds room at the 30. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice game.
Second down after that short completion. It's an out route, the catch made. They finally tackle him down at the 1 after that catch and run.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that's so demoralizing for a defense, especially for those star players who don't sub out as much. But the fourth quarter really starts to wear you out.
On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line, and he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Boy, As a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now two-possession lead. Looking to make a big play downfield. Catch made down inside the 25. And just like that, in one play, they've moved into scoring position at the 23.
That's one way to be able to move the football up the field in a hurry. These are the types of plays that can really galvanize an offense.
A new set of downs after that completion. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. Play makes it 2nd and 10. Here comes a handoff. The pickup is 4. Sets up a 3rd and 6 now. And the Bears are in the red zone. They're going to run the option. Ground. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
Chris, this could end up being a critical play in this game. If they don't have a chance to come back and end up winning this game, the coach could look back at this very play and wonder if things could have turned out differently, if they would have been able to hold on to the ball and gotten some points before the half.
2nd down after that previous play. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Short connection to the tight end here. And that still farm will help earn him the first down. The Bears come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. It's an option look. He'll toss it to the back. Breaking free at the 35. Finally brought down, but the option produces a big gain that time. That's great execution.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Take it down, but not before he makes the first down. And the Bears come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Pass not complete. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Offense looking to throw the ball. Touchdown, Bears. And the comeback is on. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. It's their first timeout. Getting set to kick the ball off now. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Brought down after a short return at the 20 to snuff out the scoring threat in the red zone.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. First down, looking to throw the ball. He's going for a big play downfield. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Baylor. Looked like a total bust there. Easy pitch and catch like you'd see in a Tuesday practice.
Yeah, that quarterback's eyes must have lit up on that play because you've got one of your players way downfield without any defender around him.
Knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The linebacker shifting around now. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
So off the incompletion, it sets up a third down and 3. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. Running a quarterback sneak here.
That's where you tip your cap to the offensive line. 4th down and inches, simple call, quarterback sneak. But a nice surge there up front by the big boys to give the quarterback plenty of room to pick up that first.
Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They'll run it here. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line. Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? The quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. Brought down to the 46, good enough for a 1st down.
Chris, 3rd and 4 is that gray area for a play caller. You could run it, might be a little bit risky, or you could throw it, especially with a quick slant. Gives you a much higher percentage of picking up the 1st down. A good route by the receiver and a good accurate throw by the quarterback for this 1st.
The pass ball is incomplete. He tried to extend the play, but nobody open. So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. The short completion of the tight end. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Oh, you talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical 3rd down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to 4th down.
They've converted both previous 4th down attempts, so why not try to make it 3 for 3? Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Trying for a 4th down completion. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Going the other way, can they catch him? That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike, a 1-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. Here's the option play. And they'll stop him after a short gain. Here's the 2nd down play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. The Bears hustle to the line to run the hurry up. They'll run the option. Pitch to the back. They make the tackle, but enough for a 1st down. Textbook execution on the option.
Nice 1st down run here by this running back. And these are the kind of situations on 3rd and short that you can gain a lot of momentum, or it can kill a drive and kill the confidence of an offense. Here they pick up the nice 1st down, which is great, new set of downs, but it also gives you a lot of confidence that you can wear that defense down psychologically.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Rolling to his left outside the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. Big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Touchdown, Bears. And they'll claim the fourth quarter lead. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Moves the ball up to the 30.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Looking to pass here on second down. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Off play action. He's looking to throw. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down. And here comes the punter onto the field. And the coverage team makes the touch, so no return on the play. Comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. This game just got tighter. The temptation might be to sit on this lead, but we'll see how aggressive they get. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, let's see how these guys do here. They're kind of in that 4-minute offense mode where they're trying to work as much clock as they can on this drive. Working with the lead. Still want to be balanced as best you can, but the important thing is picking up first downs, keeping the ball in bounds, and keep working that clock.
Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28-yard line.
Well, another nice run by this running back. He's well over 100 yards now on the game. A big part of the reason that they're going to win this football game and advance to the next round.
Offense facing a third and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that third down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a first down, and they move the sticks. Instead, we've now got fourth down.
And the Bears will line up to punt it away. With the return, it's Walters. And he's going to get run out of bounds after a small pickup on the return. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? He's moving out of the pocket now. And he's got his man open downfield. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the +40. Offense will set up on 1st and 10. Here's that defense shifting again. The back's got it. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. The back's got it again. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Continues to fight for yards. Touchdown, Wildcats. Wills his way to the end zone. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. Great chance for the offense to tie the game. 1st and goal. And the quarterback will just sneak it here. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona.
And, Chris, how often do we see it? When the game's on the line, it's about the line of scrimmage. This offensive line does their job. The running back gets in for this game-tying touchdown, and now you're an extra point away from taking the lead.
The crucial extra point is up and good. We are all tied. Should be a great finish here. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so a touchback will start at the 25. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
They'll try the option play here. Fighting off the defender. Oh, and it's fumbled. The lateral goes wrong. Breaks into the clear right down the middle. End zone ahead.
That's a great play by the defender who forced the fumble, but let's also recognize the heads-up play from the guy who recovered it. They're in the right place at just the right time.
1st and goal, clock winding down. A great chance for this offense to get a go-ahead score. He'll hand it off. Solid tackle, able to get him down.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of a field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
Another handoff to him on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Wildcats. They have jumped in front in the final minute.
Just so impressed by this offense and the way they've executed throughout most of this day. Now with the game on the line, they deliver and give them the go-ahead score. There's enough time, though, on the clock. Your defense is going to have to go out there and make some plays to be able to win this game.
So after taking the lead, they'll kick it away here and hope their defense can make a stop on this final drive. That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. We've got to get points quickly here, looking for explosive plays right now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go.
And they heave it deep downfield. Deep shot caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Baylor. Made the defense look slow that time.
Chris, how about that execution? Great throw by the quarterback. The receiver does his job and then takes it into the end zone. And now we've got an interesting situation here. Late in the game in a playoff, do you kick the extra point to tie this up, or do you go for two to potentially take the lead?
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. Catch made on the right side. He'll make it in there. How about that gamble paying off? They go for two, make it, and have the lead here late in the game. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. They've got some time to work with. Do they go for a touchdown here or play it more conservatively and set up for a field goal try? And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there. And the offense calls time now with 29 seconds remaining.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The gain makes it second and medium. Keeping it on the ground here. Fights through the tackler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Ball handed off. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
He stopped, but he gets a first down. And a timeout stops the clock with just 7 seconds remaining in the game. Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. He'll hand it off. He shreds the tackle. And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. So out comes the field goal unit, one of the biggest moments in this kicker's life. It's good! This playoff run continues with a kick for the ages. Well, you love to see a game come down to the final possession. Who's going to have the football last and they were able to make plays and come out with a win.
Yeah, not only the final minutes, but the final drive. And that entire unit looked calm, cool, and collected. It was well called by their offensive coordinator, and this defense just couldn't stop them when they needed to.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.